An Alaskan cruise is a popular destination on many travelers' bucket list. With its unique ports of call, diverse cultures and history, thousands of miles of breathtaking coastline, glaciers, and wildlife in every direction, America's last frontier has something to offer all types of travelers, especially those who enjoy cruising. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Mike on the Move. I am Mike, and I've taken a 7-day Alaskan cruise on the NCL Norwegian Cruise Line Jewel ship, going from Seward, Alaska to Vancouver, Canada. In this video, I will share my experience of taking an Alaskan cruise with NCL Jewel. I will focus on the trip's itinerary while giving a brief overview of the ship and providing some tips for maximizing your next adventure. Let's get this video started. Alaska is a unique cruise destination that presents a rarely seen side of the US. I chose to do a 7-day cruise with NCL Jewel sailing from Seward to Vancouver because I have never seen this side of Alaska and wanted to see as much as possible. This cruise included 4 ports of call, including Juneau, Ketchikan, Icy Strait Point, and Skagway, and it also included a journey along Alaska's Inside Passage. The Inside Passage is home to fjords, tidewater glaciers, and lush island scenery, and some of the most popular spots along the way included Hubbard Glacier and Tracy's Arm to check out the South Sawyer Glacier. This cruise itinerary is common among most Alaskan cruises, and we bought our tickets just 2 days before the sailing. We ended up paying around $2,500, taxes included, for a stateroom with a porthole view. This cost also included the inclusive package deal of the beverages and specialty dining. We arrived at the Ted Stevens International Airport, which is about 130 miles away from Seward. The airport is known for its dynamic art and culture, which showcases Alaska's historic and current history. There are several options for traveling from Anchorage to Seward, including bus, car, and a famous train ride. As I booked my trip at the last minute, the famous train option was sold out. Therefore, I decided to get to Seward via Uber, which costed me around $150 with a tip. We arrived in Seward early on the day of embarkation, maybe around 8 a.m., and took the opportunity to explore the small town. It's only a quick 15-minute walk from the cruise terminal to downtown Seward. The town has a quaint fishing village feel. If you arrive early on the day of embarkation, I recommend taking a stroll around the town for a few hours. Some highlights of the downtown include the Kenai Fjords National Park Welcoming Center. You can check out the Sea Life Center to learn more about Alaska's wildlife, or walk around Seward's waterfront park and downtown. These are all walking distance from each other. You'll find lots of shops, restaurants, and even a one-of-a-kind salmon run to explore. We made our way back to the ship terminal to check in. The cruise terminal looked like an old shipping terminal, but had all the essentials, including welcoming greeters, a check-in counter, and coffee shop. Once we completed the check-in process, we were quickly ushered onto the ship. Unlike other embarkation days, there were no formal welcoming, no music, no dancers, no special greetings. We simply walked onto the ship, but that's okay because we are here to relax. Upon boarding the ship, we proceeded to our assigned stateroom, which was located on deck 4 and had the room number 4522. The room was cozy and had ample space for all of our belongings. The ship was updated back in 2019, and I like the blue and gray color palette and the overall aesthetics of the room. Now, I will be sharing a detailed review of this stateroom in an upcoming video, so please stay tuned for that. After settling into our stateroom, we set out to explore the ship. Jewel is a mid-sized ship that can accommodate up to 2,300 passengers. Some of my favorite parts of the ship included the crystal atrium on deck 6 and 7. Here you will find the reception desk, Starbucks, and a large screen TV. I really enjoyed the promenade on deck 7. This is a true promenade deck that fully wraps around the ship. You don't need to cut through any of the interior to get around. Next, I really enjoyed the gym, or what they call here, the Pulse Center on deck 12. This gym made it easy to get my workouts in on my holiday, with over a dozen treadmills, weight machines, and free weights. I really liked the Spinnaker Lounge on deck 13. This is the ship's main lounge, offering panoramic views of the ocean from the front of the ship with its floor-to-ceiling windows and a dance floor for nightly DJ activities. The great outdoors on deck 12 is another area that I liked. This area was perfect for enjoying buffet meals while taking in the surrounding environment. And now, last but not least, was the champagne and wine bar on deck 6. This is a perfect spot for your pre- and post-dinner drinks with live music and fun conversations with your loved ones and new friends on the ship. So now let's move forward to talk about the cruise itinerary. This itinerary included 2 sea days, which were on day 2 and on day 7, and being on day 2, we made our way to check out the Hubbard Glacier. The Hubbard Glacier is the largest tidewater glacier in North America. It's nearly 400 feet tall, almost 6 miles wide, and 75 miles long. We arrived in the mid-afternoon time, and as we approached the bay and the glacier, it became foggy, misty, and rainy. And although I forgot my raincoat, I saw the glacier for a few minutes before we lost total visibility. I could, however, hear the sound of crackling ice, which was impressive. Don't let my experience discourage you. It's still a magnificent sight to see. On day 3 of this itinerary, we visited the Icy Strait Point. It's located 2 miles away from the town of Hoonah. The Icy Strait Point used to be a cannery, but has now been remodeled to entertain the thousands of daily cruise passengers. There are many attractions like restaurants, shopping centers, and outdoor activities like zip lining and a gondola that takes you to a recreational area for hiking. I really enjoyed how the old canneries were converted into shopping centers while maintaining the look and feel of a cannery. But to experience Alaskan lifestyle, I decided to check out the small town of Hoonah, which is only 2 miles away. There is a nice walking path that you can take between the two places. The small town offered coffee shops and a few gift shops and served as an excuse to get away from the crowds for a moment. On day 4 of the itinerary, everybody on the ship woke up early to set sail along Tracy's Arm Fjord and to visit the South Sawyer Glacier. This experience could have been considered the best of the entire trip, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. This ship opened up its observation deck on the 8th floor to allow passengers to get the best view. Tracy's Arm is about a half a mile wide and 27 miles long, leading up to the glacier. The journey to the glacier was smooth and took about 60 minutes. Every moment was breathtaking. Our massive ship sailed slowly while everyone remained quiet, taking in every sight and sound. The ship navigated tight turns with 3,000-foot cliffs on either side. There was a sense of exploration and adventure as we all waited to see the next waterfall, the next bird, or iceberg. Unfortunately, for some reason, the ship didn't make it all the way to the face of the glacier. The captain announced dangerous conditions with the glacier, so by 10 a.m. we were out of Tracy's Arm and on our way to Juneau, Alaska. On day 4 of our trip, we visited the Alaska state capital, Juneau. Juneau is a popular cruise port that offers activities for all passengers, with one of the most popular being visiting the Mendenhall Glacier. After passing through security, we made our way out of the city. Our cruise docked furthest from the town, but I didn't mind as I could use the extra exercise. The city of Juneau also offers free shuttle service, but I opted not to wait in line. I really enjoyed Juneau as it is a hassle-free and cozy city to visit during the cruise. The downtown area is a small and easy area to navigate on foot, with directory maps highlighting different sections to visit. You can stroll along the waterfront and appreciate Juneau's scenic beauty, including the Tahook whale sculpture, a life-size humpback whale sculpture that commemorates the 50th anniversary of Alaska statehood. Another must-do attraction is the Mount Roberts Tramway, which takes you 1,800 feet above the city to enjoy views of the city and hike the trails offered on the top of the mountain. On day 5 of our cruise itinerary, we traveled 90 miles north of Juneau to reach Skagway, a small town located in the Inside Passage deepest and longest canal. Skagway has a historic vibe, with its charming boardwalks lined with buildings replicating the gold rush days. The town has a few streets with plenty of gift shops and restaurants. Another iconic activity to do in Skagway is to ride the train to the White Pass summit. On day 6 of our itinerary, we visited Ketchikan, our next destination. I found this city to be another enjoyable place for walking. Ketchikan is the southernmost port on the Inside Passage, and what I enjoyed the most was checking out the salmon spawning stream. It's a short walk from downtown to Ketchikan Creek Falls, where you will find thousands of salmon working persistently to get up the creek. It's an amazing sight that makes you wonder what drives them. During the peak of the salmon season, between June and August, the creek is literally black with salmon. To witness this phenomenon, you need to make your way over to the Creek Street, a historic early 1900s boardwalk and former red light district where both men and salmon swam upstream to spawn. Take some time to stroll through the main parts of downtown Ketchikan and get a photo under the Welcome Arch and the famous Thundering Wings sculpture. On day 7, which is our last day in the ship and also a sea day, we enjoyed the Inside Passage, which provided us with breathtaking views of lush island scenery as you travel down to Vancouver. We were blown away by the beauty of this region. Most of our day was spent walking along the promenade on Deck 7 and the jogging track on Deck 13 to get the best views. I had an amazing experience on my Alaska cruise. It's a unique destination that showcases a rarely seen side of the US. Alaska is truly wild and offers something for everyone, whether you prefer elaborate excursions or a simple trip. If you're looking for a relaxing, nature-induced cruise with adventure and wonder, then an Alaskan cruise might be perfect for you. This was my 3rd cruise to Alaska, and I'm interested in going again for the 4th time. Well folks, this is the end of my video, and I hope it helped you all plan for your future Alaskan cruise adventure. If you have any questions or comments about my adventure, share them and I'll do my best to help. Now, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to Mike on the Move so I can keep you posted on my latest videos and adventures. I hope you all stay well and stay healthy. See you all later. Bye-bye.